And we're going to head back now to the Beach District as Cox taking on Landstown. These two teams rivals for a long time, and Cox trying to keep pace with the Ocean Lakes and the Salems in the Beach District, while the Falcons trying to pull off the upset.
And Cox has a nice new air attack to go with that tough running of Colin Sherman. As you see the Falcons' ball carrier, the Shermanator gets in the end zone for a touchdown as Cox strikes first at Landstown. The Eagles even their record to 1-1 with the win over Kempsville, but they're going to have their hands full against the Cox Falcons.
Now, Matt, you know I like any American Pie reference. We're going to see the leg of the Landstown punter, as that is Rogers kicking it from his own 10 and getting a lovely punt off down inside the 20, stops dead at the 13-yard line, and Matt, he's quite a good soccer player as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Wendell Rogers, an all-Tidewater soccer performer. He gets it done kicking and punting and all on the soccer field too, but Cox, they're going to keep running the football with Colin Sherman, and why not? Having success getting them inside the 50-yard line, and when you stack the box against the run, Chris, you have guys that can make plays in the passing game like sophomore Kalen LeBourne, already with an offer from Rutgers and a 45-yard touchdown.
I'm sure that won't be the last offer that young man receives. It's a nice bit of play action and an easy touchdown as Cox rolling in this battle of predatory birds, and this time the punt is going to be off by Rogers, and again he gets a leg into it, and that is a nice open field tackle as the Falcons come up with the football.
If you take another look at this punt again here, just barely getting it off without getting blocked there, as you see Cox coming in with special teams, which has always been special under Coach Bill Stachelski, but Landstown still laying the boom.
Probably should have called fair catch on that one, but
yeah, probably so.
Nonetheless, he was able to hang on to the football, and Cox goes back to work on offense, and again, it's that aerial attack down the field, wide open between two defenders and inside the 25-yard line as Cox again looking to score.
And what about the arm of quarterback Cole Johnson? You see just a junior able to get things done in a big way, and Bradley Jones on the sweep. You know, the Falcons like to use those jet sweep and those receivers skill position, the slot backs in creative ways, and Stack is doing it right there.
And that'll lead to the 1-yard touchdown run for Sherman as he again plows his way into the end zone. And it's now 21-0 still in the first half. And again, Cox going to the air.
So many weapons. C.J. Tabron that last one, and now they have a pass completion here again for the Falcons. As you see, the ball would come out, though, on this one, and Landstown has themselves a much-needed takeaway.
One of the few highlights defensively for Landstown in this first half, but the Eagles trying to make something of it. And they're going to look down the field. And it's going to be a deep pass into double coverage, and it's picked off as that Cox defense unrelenting as they come up with another turnover.
Yes, they are. DeAntrell Harrington with the interception for that Cox defense. They routed the football extremely well here, and they have so many guys, those slot backs, that can do things that make you have your head spin. Bradley Jones here with a big gain inside the 30-yard line for the Falcons.
Multi-dimensional attack for the Falcons is again Johnson looking to the left, finds his target inside the 10, down the sideline, and a touchdown as Sally scores from 21 yards out to increase the lead for Cox.
And this Cox passing attack, Chris, over 200 yards passing in this one. They've had some seasons in the past where they didn't throw for 200 yards in a whole year. Amazing.
A far cry from the Derek DiNardo era just a few years ago is again on the ground, and it's going to be a touchdown at the goal line. Pulling his way through is Brooks, as it's not just a one-man march down the field for the Falcons running the ball, and it's 38-0 now as Landstown just looking for any bright spot to go to the finish of this game.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be the fourth straight win for them. Bryson Stooks finding a man. It's Quincy Watts, the Old Dominion commit, but he can't haul it in as the Cox defense has come up big time and time again, pitching a shutout in Landstown's house against the Eagles, 38-0.
I believe that the Landstown had an emoticon. It would be a sad face for right now as they are going to get shut out here at home. A tough loss as Cox remains undefeated. Cole Johnson, 12 of 16, 220 yards and 2 touchdowns passing. Quincy Watts, 4 catches, 46 yards receiving for the Eagles.